Hey
Hey
guys,
guys.
welcome to episode 25 of the Two Abortions. I'm in Aussies. Jency, you want to do your intro?
Hey, it's me, Jency, or what I refer to as Anime King here. I'm gonna stop a school shooting and freaking Blinky Bill's my favorite anime, so fucking hell.
All right. So this episode is episode 25, and honestly, I've got a few discussions I want to kind of talk about on the show.
Yeah, me too. Particularly to do with a certain cringy video that was released by a certain animation critic that is the most cringiest freaking thing ever.
You want to talk? You want to talk about that first?
Yeah, you know what I'm referring to?
Who?
Phantom Strider.
Oh no! What did he do now?
He's done like a recreation of Steam Hams with Mr. Enter. It's the most fucking cringy shit ever. It turned up on my feed. I looked at it just then, about half an hour ago. It's bloody bad. If you thought that Australian cringe, no, this bumps the cringe level up to 50 at least.
We got a question from my mate from school. What is 6 inches long and makes my girlfriend cry when I feed it to her? Oh, yeah, it's the Filthy Frank joke. What?
I was quite
long. Makes my girlfriend cry when I feed it to her. Her miscarriage, yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's old enough to pee. Yeah.
Just as you said, miscarriage, guess what came up on the screen relating to Filthy Frank? Waterboy with Adam Sandler. All that made me think was, Adam Sandler gonna make $1 billion. You tell a little secrets, aren't you, boss?
Yeah.
You can't leech up our women and children, you bastard.
Phantom Strider video.
You wanted me to send it to you?
Phantom Strider?
Yeah.
Phantom Strider.
Yeah, Phantom Strider's video is freaking bad. I checked it out. It's like...
Is it? I'm having a look.
It's on his second channel, Live Strider.
Oh god, the live stream one. Oh no,
Live Strider.
Steamed. Oh, for fuck's sake, steamed hams, but with Mr. Enter, Phantom Strider, and Anime America. Oh, I want to kill myself. The description. This is the best description ever. We decided to do our own version. Smile emoji. Thanks to my friends Enter and Robin for lending their voices to this small little collab.
And even at one point in the intro, he even, like, it will come up in a minute, but he knows that this is shit. In one point of...
I want to look at the comment. He never gets...
Canadian Spartan go to fucking...
Emoji movie... Oh, this is the best comment.
Where?
The emoji... Strata, why? Also, this is... No. It's just norm description. Oh, fucking normies. Ruining steamed hams, worst meme ever. Like, people shit on Uganda Knuckles and Touch My Spaghetti, but this is the worst meme. Like, this is a stupid
meme ever.
I want to play this.
Despite your fact checking. Oh, my friend Enter, howdy. I hope you're prepared for an unforgettable luncheon.
Let's just recreate The Simpsons back in 1997. Now, no. That's it. That's the only snippet I need to hear of that shit. I'm done. All right.
The intro is even worse. He even points out that this lame collaboration. He says is one of the lyrics. Even he knows it's shit.
Oh my god. Oh, this is so bad.
I just skipped through it so I wouldn't have to absorb the cancer.
Just so cancer. It's like a normie, like behind the meme. Oh, let me check something for a sec, because I know behind the meme probably made a video about this already. Steamed hams meme was created in 19... Nah, I'm not gonna bother. And you know what's sad with behind the meme on the top channel? It shows the pyrocynical video.
Oh, channel 7.
Evil Patrick Star meme. Oh no, I'm done. Channel 7, the channel that promoted All I Want for Christmas Is You.
Yeah, when is that gonna be? When is that gonna be freaking reviewed? That I want to see that. I mean, you reviewed Norm of the North.
Oh my god, I hate everything needs to review. All I want for Christmas is you. It's
I
such
even
a
said it in a
memeable-
riff one time with Flemish Dog. He should review.
Oh yeah, you did. I heard it. Yeah, you're like, I swear, someone like I hate everything needs to review this, and Reese was like, "Who's that?"
No, he wasn't like. No, it wasn't that. I said no. He didn't say that. I remember I said, "I bet you in a few months that everyone's going to be covering this film," because I made a joke about it, and I was like. It's been like a few months and nothing's happened. It's just like, what you're missing out on such a good opportunity. I mean, the film, all it is basically.
I hate everything. Said this on his Twitter so perfectly. The problem is with the community is that they don't want film reviews anymore. They just want Jake Paul and fucking Fortnite boogie compilations and shit like that.
Yeah, did he actually say that on his Twitter?
These clues.
Did he actually say that on his Twitter? I hate everything.
Wait, let me think. Can I think that for a sec? I don't know if it was I hate everything, but I think someone said that on their Twitter, like sent it to him, and he retweeted it. I think it was Colossal is Crazy or someone like that who said originality's dead or something like that.
But it wasn't reviewing as such.
Yeah, it's sad. Originality is dying in the community. But besides that, oh god, like, well, yeah. So Phantom Strata made a cringy video, and let's just get over that. So the discussion I want to talk about, recently for most of you viewers who heard of Jake Paul, his team is apparently dying. That's what Scarce said on his Twitter.
Hey, what up, guys?
Team 10 is dying. No, I'm joking.
Colonel Fladdle here.
Can I? The reason why apparently Scarce says that Team 10 is dying is because well, let me think. I think he said because everyone's leaving Team 10. It's like apparently everyone's leaving Team 10. Nick Crompton, the England is my city dude, one of the twins, and Tessa Brooks. A lot of them have left, and the only ones that are there is Jake, Snake Cunt. I'm sorry.
And the dog that shed its seed. I don't know.
Yeah, Anthony.
He can't. The dog
and
can't.
Apollo. The dog who
yeah.
To the other dog.
The Apollo can't think for himself. All we need to do is like.
Apollo, what you need to do, you need to hang Jake Paul from a tree and film it, and then make a video.
No, hang yourself and then put a letter, Apollo, on Logan's deck.
Just be like, oh my god, guys, we found a dead body in the forest.
We found a dead dog on the tree in Team 10 house. Whoa.
Oh, Team 10 is so much cancer. Oh god. What was I gonna say? I've just forgotten what I was gonna say. But apparently they've all left, and apparently the two stories to it. Apparently it's because Jake Paul's dad's fucking over the business or something like that, and the other is because they're shit scared of what's gonna happen to Jake during the KSI fight. Apparently, that's another one. What do you reckon, Sam? What's your opinion?
I don't really know what's going on at Team 10. I don't care at this point. I had an idea for just a shit post video to make for Team 10, which basically the idea is just like, well, hey, what about if I shit post by writing the Koala brothers instead it's the Paul brothers? I was thinking. We did. I was talking to you about that Bunnings at one point.
When you came to Melbourne, yeah. We were talking about that, and I made
it. Link in bio.
Just purchase the merch. Link in bio. Yeah. Oh, you know what's worse? You know Baywatch? You know the movie Baywatch?
Yeah.
The fucking Zac Efron movie. You know Logan Paul has a cameo in that shit, and it's the worst cameo I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
He just acts like a total dick in the movie, like he does in real life.
Oh wow, it's not surprising. Hey, I'm yawning on cue. That's pretty. That shows you how much I care about.
Pretty good. Yeah.
Hey, that's as good as iDubbbz burps.
I don't care about Jake Paul either. It's kind of ironic how like I don't care about Jake Paul, but it's like it's kind of like at the same time he had a business and now he's just lost the business almost.
Almost.
And it's more
hanged by a very.
And if more people, this is the problem, right? if more people leave Team 10, then his business is going to completely die out. And I think I know why in a way. It's because people who compete against him are growing more than he is because he isn't adapting to the new trend, which is fucking Fortnite.
Yeah,
fucking Fortnite
yeah,
Fortnite.
Yeah,
And chill, yeah. Don't fuck with Rise yet. Yeah.
But
and now this is sad because Jake Paul's channel's just become complete clickbait. Like, can I read some of these titles?
Yeah.
Viewer discretion advised. I got arrested. We finally captured the scary clown. Are you really trending on the fucking? Are you really trending clown memes? The killer clown came back and stole my camera. My response and the truth about members leaving Team 10. My biggest announcement yet. Jake Paul, my teacher, music video. We got matching tattoos. My parents freaked. We made a diss track. Jake Paul's new song leaked. Here's the full 4-minute fight between Wolfie and me. I got into a fight with Clout Gang at my hotel. Like, these clickbait titles are so cancer. Like, how can you make this garbage? Like, I'm sorry, how can you make this garbage? Like, these garbage titles. Like, I'm waiting.
We're
gonna maybe get a mate on, and we're just
Alright, I've linked the live stream on my page.
Yep, and we're just gonna stream the KSI fight. Like, me and a mate, we're just gonna like react to that fight with him and like Logan Paul and all that. And then Jake's apparently gonna get bashed by like Deji. Apparently Deji and hey guys, Comedy Shorts Gamer here. You know that dude, the one who has the really loud intro, the one that Sam's movies took the piss out of in his fidget spinner in his Derv video. Yeah, Comedy Shorts Gamer. And CS is going to be fighting Raka Raka, apparently, on the undercard. That's what he said. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to talk about with the Team 10 shit. So another thing I want to talk about, recently, music video came out, and it's been on the trending page for about... Now it's number 3 on the trending page, and it's Childish Gambino's This Is America. Me and Sam, actually, believe it or not, were having a really good discussion about this last night. I'm trying to remember what I said. We were talking about it, and honestly, all the song is just like, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not doing it because of fucking Paul Joseph Watson, the guy who uses fucking dog filter emojis to be edgy. Not that dude. Fucking no. The reason why I came up with this, it's like this video. Bullshit ever made. And Sam, you want to talk about it? This is America?
This is America. Basically, it pretends like it does have a meaning, but in reality, it doesn't really have a meaning at all. It's just like, oh yeah, violence happens, but then it's just like, oh yeah, you can shoot a bunch of like. The guy was trying to make it out on Twitter to be like, oh, it's about the massacre that happened at the church. That was the whole point of it. No, it looks staged, and it doesn't look, and it's pathetic. I mean, basically, they have people in the background running around.
You know what's funny? You want to know what's funny? It's when people who make videos, like, for example, I don't agree with this guy a lot. What's his name? Paul Joseph Watson. Yeah, he made a video about this song, and he got straight away his video got taken down and age restrict. You know, even though he censored the violence that was in the video, believe it or not.
Yeah,
and when we asked why, they said it was because he showed violence, and he's like, I didn't. Like, if you watch my video, it's like one frame of just them getting shot up, and then a frame of them on the floor. It wasn't even, and I put the monitor. Is when videos like. Videos like
you keep cutting out, Jared. I mean, I can hear.
Yeah, all right. So,
look at me. Look at me. I have.
As I was saying. Hey, what's up, guys? Leafy is here. No, I'm joking.
Hi guys, Chandler here. My house might catch on fire from all the electronics in my bathroom.
Trayvon Martin's dad, and he gets shot dead. And then there's another part in the video where a choir of black people get murdered. They get murdered. A choir of black people get murdered. And this shit was monetized. Like this dude's company, Childish Gambino's company, they're making money from a song that promotes violence against black people, a song that shows violence against people. When it's like, bro, people are getting demonetized just for talking about violent.
Well, that's the thing that you seem to be recurring with YouTube, because I saw that today. You know that one about the nappy, the crazy girl with the nappy who's like saying about how
nappy changes kids.
Yeah,
should give consent.
Off, bro.
Yeah, Gary Owens' video got age restricted.
Oh yeah, he did. He put it on his Twitter this morning. He got age restricted. And you know what's funny? If you go to that original video, the original video is not even age restricted or nothing. And
it's just the way. It's just the way so to pretty much silence people. They're just misusing the age restriction.
Like, this is something I heard from a YouTube. This is so ironic now. He said this back in 2016. So Girl of a Cod said this in 2016. As the years go by, YouTube is going to get more and more stricter to the point that you can't even say the word shit on camera without getting demonetized. And it's going to get more liberal to the point that you can't even say that you don't like Hillary Clinton because she's mean. That's how bad YouTube's going to get.
And that's not just that. It also comes down to their creators. The creators a lot of jokes fall flat on current YouTube. That wasn't the case. Like, there would have been a few people back in the early YouTube that their videos would have fallen flat. But a lot of people put time into their comedy. Now, because you've got to shit a new video out every week or every day, your jokes get worse and worse inherently over time. So the cringe level gets bumped up.
Yeah, the problem is people are talking out about it, but the problem is people want to act like nothing's happening with YouTube. People want to act like YouTube's monetizing people with differing opinions. They don't care about people like us, man. They care about people who want to be edgy, people who want to be funny, people who want to have talent and charisma. They don't give a fuck about that. They just want the same generic sheeps of, oh my God, bro, we just got raped by a clown in the park. Like, they want that. They want kids to act like Jake Paul and Logan Paul. They don't want people like us who will make edgy content, who will make videos making fun of people like this.
But there is hope.
Yes, there's a little bit of hope. Oh yeah, that new site. Yeah, D2.
Did you actually know D2 with how it's going? It's actually overtaken Google and made about over $1 billion. Meaning that Google can't buy them out now. They can't stop it.
Oh my God, yes. We need something like this, man. We need a revolution. No, I'm not going to.
Well, at the moment, it's early adopters, aka exactly what happened to VHS and Beta in the late 70s is happening right now with early adopters adopting things like Street.
Yeah. You want to know the best thing about this This Is America song? This is the best post I've seen on Instagram. A true artist at Childish Gambino. I swear this is on an even higher level than hashtag get out. We need more statements like this. America being forward, treating guns of higher importance than people. Documenting everything on cell phones, police violence, fucking hell, Jim Crow laws. I'm sorry, darling, but we don't have fucking Jim Crow laws anymore. We don't whip black people with canes and tell them to go clean up our rooms. We don't do that anymore. This is not the fucking hundreds. All right, stop acting.
Well, this is the sort of thing they said that with after the whole Nelson Mandela thing and him dying and everything and racism being included into law, that black people get forgiven, but when 40 years passes and your media just constantly provokes you and trying to get you to be outraged, that's what happens. 50 years,
Exactly.
40 years down the track, 30, 40 years, you start.
We're going to become a fuckwit society where we have a fucking safe space in a college library. Did you hear about that?
Yeah.
Spears made a video about it. It's fucking good. He took the piss out of it. But what they did this college, right? They took away the funding for music classes, and they made a safe space for people to go cry and have a sook and play the victim card. Like, piss off.
Hey guys, it's like, I wonder if the safe space will be replacing the kids dress up box in Hindi now. So it's basically like, hey kids, it's time to go to the safe space. But then when you be clothes, all you have to do is rip your clothes that you got on right now.
I want to read this more.
Pretend you're the victim. You don't even have to throw a punch. You just go, he hit me, and automatically,
I'm crying on the inside. This is funny. I want to read more. And the Confederate soldiers. Oh, for fuck's sake. I can't stop watching and waiting for more artists to create pieces as impactful as this. Voice microphone emoji. American flag emoji. Police emoji. Black fist emoji. Hashtag this is America.
Hashtag I don't understand hashtags.
Hashtag please tag we're not in 2014. Hashtag piss off. Hashtag please use a new.
Where's that Gumball Nicole Watterson joke from Gumball? I'm gonna try to find that.
All right, I'm gonna find something else to.
Hashtag you. Hashtag
America, right. You know what's funny? Paul Joseph Watson actually. This is one good point I will give Paul Joseph Watson in the video. He says, "All right, you Childish Gambino, you claim you're the victim of racism. If you were the victim of racism, how come your videos got 140 million views? How come you've been sharing everything in America? How come you've been allowed to talk ever since that video came out 10 days ago? Like, we're not in a racist world. If we were racist, you wouldn't be having none of this at all. You wouldn't be on TV. You wouldn't be promoting your shit to the public. Like, that's what he said, and I agree with it.
Yeah.
That's the thing. These celebrities will. This is the problem, and I believe in this conspiracy sort of. The media, what they want you to do, they want you to believe that there's a cycle of racism and violence with the police.
Yeah.
They want you to believe that all white people are racist. They want you to believe that us white people are causing black people's lives to be hell. We are doing nothing.
No, in fact, the police force. That's the thing. They're misusing their power.
Not all of them. There is some of them in the police force.
It's the one bad few people that makes all the other ones look bad.
Yes, that is a thing. But the problem is, too, it's not just the police. It's the black people, too. Like, most of them, I'm not saying all of them, most of them, like fucking Black Lives Matter. Tell me if Black Lives Matter is doing anything to stop racism or diversity in America. Tell me. Tell me that they're not saying, fuck white people, fry pigs in a blanket, fry them like bacon, and we better run them over and knock them the fuck out. Like, tell me that's not racist towards white people. Tell me a drawing of a police officer.
Shut the fuck up.
Please stop acting like an SJW. Or, for example, don't do a drawing of like a cop being beheaded by an ISIS member. Like, please, if you want to fight against racism and diversity, say, look, all of us need to get along in this world. All of us need to get along and, accept our differences. Even in Australia with the Muslims and Africans, we need that. We need to learn. We need to learn our differences. We need to be tolerant of each other, and we shouldn't be getting offended over dumb shit like, oh, he acted like a faggot, so we're gonna grill him over it. Like, don't act like that. Oh, he said the word cunt, so we can't make him say that.
Well, my mum's very sensitive of the word. I have to be very careful around her not saying it.
Yeah, no problem. Like, that I understand. Like, if there's people who don't like certain words, that's all right.
But I
if you're
just don't
going,
want it
like,
to
for example,
tap into my videos. That's the thing.
No, I know. But for example, don't go to a stand-up comedy show and complain to the comedian about saying cunt. Like, I have to find it. It's the comedian doing a stand-up show.
Yeah.
And this Indian chick, the fact that he uses the cunt and tells him that she's going to report him to the cops for sexual harassment just for using the word cunt. All right, I'm going to read this other comment. Hashtag, we are in 2014. No, we are in 2014. 2014, where Michael Brown was just an innocent little victim that didn't rob a convenience store, didn't try to run at a cop, didn't rip a door of a cop car, didn't punch a cop in the face. Yeah, tell me that he was the victim. That dude robbed a convenience store. They had him on surveillance. They saw him. He charged at their car, he ripped their door off, and they did what they had to. They were justified in shooting him dead. All right? It was 2014, and let's get over it. Let's think about the present. Let's not think about shit that happened fucking 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 years ago. Let's think about stuff that's happening now. Actual stuff, not bullshit like, you're being Islamophobic for criticizing Islam, or you're a racist because you're picking on these little African migrants. Like,
well, probably most of the SJWs probably stand up for that person because he's a little bit of a clue.
No, because he's a minority and he needs to be the little victim.
No, here's a little. Here's some irony for you. They like being violent, like the other guy.
Oh, you know what's ironic? You want to know what's ironic with these people? They say that we should accept these people. Oh, all right. Go to Syria. Go to Syria and actually go up to one of those guys and go, "Oh, stop raping women. Stop oppressing women." They would look at you and beat you to death just for being a woman and just for standing up for yourself. So shut your mouth and actually do something. Go to those countries and fight for the actual women who are suffering oppression. Instead of just saying shit like, oh, if you think we're a rape culture, go over to Syria and go say that they're a rape culture. Because they will certainly let you have your freedom of speech over there. They won't throw you off a building. They won't cave your vagina open with a stick. They won't do none of that. They won't throw rocks at you. They won't behead you. All right? Just go over to those countries and say, you know what? Don't be sexist towards women, because they will laugh at you and they will get you arrested and they will kill you for talking back. All right? Besides that, this is America. That song sucks, all right? I don't want to talk about it. That song is cancer.
Yeah, okay. So I just finished looking at a tape. This is South Park Bigger, Longer, and Uncut on Channel 9 back in 2002.
Oh, nice. Oh, can I quote something for my mate?
Yeah.
Shut up, Kyle, you fucking Jew.
Yeah, good old South Park.
Good old Park. It's sad that with South Park, even now they're getting stuffed over by political correctness.
I know.
Even care about politics. And episodes had to be edited, apparently.
And if you've ever seen how long it takes, they have to produce a new South Park episode every week.
Yes.
And imagine having something cut at the last minute. You're like, you just spent all your whole time making that episode, and then for it to be censored before it goes out to air.
Oh, exactly. Like,
have you ever seen like the documentary about South Park? They literally squat in their office. They eat food at it's shit food, and they feel shit, and they sleep in their office at like 2 a.m. in the morning. It's like, and they have to, and they basically had to abandon their social life when they're producing the series.
Yep. I was going to say something. A lot of stuff has been affected by this political correctness. Housos will never do. You know why Housos won't do a season 3?
Yeah.
You know why Housos won't do a season 3? Because they don't want that. They don't want Australian people being Australian people. TV. They don't want none of that.
They don't want Australian people being.
They wanted that
on TV.
Yeah, they don't want people being racist on TV. If they didn't want that, SBS. If you don't SBS, you're the biggest hypocrites, Viceland and SBS. If you don't want racism and you don't want this bullshit, how come you air shows like fuck white people? How come you talk about fuck white people? A show that's directed at targeting people of white color.
And basically, you wouldn't be here where you are today at SBS. I mean, did you look at what happened in the 1980s when you first started up? You were on both Channel 0 and Channel 28. And by the time the government restricted you to the UHF band, you pretty much, your ratings went right down. And it wasn't until the late 90s when South Park came along that the ratings went up again and actually stayed stable, because then you had the FIFA World Cup, you had pizza, you had stuff like cartoons like Rex the Runt and Harvey Birdman and all that sort of stuff. And that was helping your ratings, but it's not helping you making this type of stuff.
SBS are afraid of getting defunded, and the Liberal government is funding them. That's the secret. No. That's why they don't want to talk about controversial stuff. All right, I want to get on to the questions. We got a question. What do you think of Rebel Taxi, aka Pan Pizza Party?
I watched this new video recently.
Rebel Taxi is a great creator, and I love his content, man. I love when he does stuff. Like sadly, a lot of people have ripped off his videos. Like Mr. Enter ripped off his Rap City Street Kids review. Nostalgia Critic ripped off a video from him too. You know, a lot of people have done that, and it's sad. He's a good creator who gets sort of overshadowed in the mainstream when it comes to cartoon reviewers.
Yeah, and did you see his latest video? He basically paid out the Nostalgia Critic not once but twice. It was okay saying, "Oh yeah, the Nostalgia Critic's annoying." Yeah, that's fine. I agree with that. But then he had to make some stupid comment, and I'm like, well, that would pretty much make all of your previous videos quoting the Nostalgia Critic and Angry Video Game Nerd and showing clips from their videos rendering them useless. Oh, just because you watch Quentin reviews, that makes you automatically change your opinion. Oh, it doesn't make you...
Quentin reviews, I fucking hate Doug Walker. Doug Walker's a wanker, bro.
No, I'm just stating that, yes, what they did at Channel Awesome was fucked up. And yes, they need to say sorry for it. But you do not try and erase them out of history, because it's important. And you've got to kind of take a step back and have a look at what's happening in the current reviewing industry. We're in a shit period.
Like they came out when there was no content except going to the zoo. So they came out at a time where reviewing was new. If it wasn't for reviewing, none of you commentary cunts like I'm Alex would exist in this community.
You would be basically a fetus.
You would be a Minecraft Let's Player fucking cunt.
Hey guys, I'm Alex here. Today we're playing Minecraft.
You would be the fetus that Filthy Frank would feed to his girlfriend.
Oh my god. Also, have you played God of War yet? No, I have not played God of War. I'm sorry. I don't really play games much. Can I say something? I'm not, like, these days, I don't play video games much. I do. The only kind of games I play is, like, Hitman or Call of Duty or GTA, with mates, or I'll play a bit of Fortnite, I will admit. Yes, I play a bit of Fortnite. Oh, Jared, you're such a sellout. You're like new pole hacker. No, I'm not. I play Fortnite on my stream for $5, so sue me.
Can I just say something about the whole Fortnite thing? I was talking to my mate, Jono, about freaking Fortnite when the Current Affair covered them. That was just...
Oh, that was cancer. Oh yeah, have you seen Lil Spears' video?
Oh yeah, definitely.
When he's like, "Oh look, you can even see the guy in the right-hand corner of
yeah, because
playing the game."
It's on a regular basis. They have interns put that shit together literally in less than 24 hours. They put that shit together under 12 hours. They don't do any permission checks. They don't even send any permission things out. They just do it.
You know,
they didn't even pay archivists.
Current Affair is just as desperate for brownie points as SBS.
But all the TV stations, they're all guilty of stealing footage, and it's gotten worse. Did you know recently they showed a Flemish dog, a commercial that Flemish dog uploaded, and they left the watermark in?
Wait, did they actually do that? Did they?
Yeah, on Channel 9 in Sydney for a story about some cars or something.
That's hilarious.
And Weekend Sunrise did it too with an Australian Television Archive video, you can see the preview only watermark in the middle. They didn't even bother asking.
Because they can't be fucked, man. They're lazy people. They don't care anymore. Like even they.
No, they've just got their
They don't
slave
care.
turns to do it. That's what I call interns at TV stations.
Can I
They-
be honest? Slave turns don't even care about like the stuff they produce anymore. They're just like, fuck this shit, man.
Well, they work across several different jobs and they basically get shit money for it.
Oh, of course. You get like maybe $20 if you're lucky.
They're like Leafy. Hey, you want $20? Is $20 okay?
It's $20.
Yeah.
You know, I want to do a new segment on this show. I got a new segment. What movies and TV have I watched this week? This is a segment I came up with. I want to talk about what I've watched this week, if it's all right with you.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, definitely.
All right. So what I watched this week on my Letterboxd, you can go check it out. The first thing I watched was Look Who's Talking movies. You know, the fucking John Travolta movies from the 80s.
Yeah.
The terrible films. The first one I gave. Let me look at my Letterboxd because I'm doing this from Letterboxd. And I quote. I'm having a look right now at my review system. No, we're not talking about fucking no. Oh, I feel like Leafy is here. I just feel unorganized. So I gave Look Who's Talking a 2.5, and this is a joke I made on my Letterboxd. It's all right, but John Travolta, you needed Pulp Fiction at this time. You know, sort of a meme. Terrible. The first movie, it's bad and cheesy, but it's like not that bad. You know what I mean? Like it's all right. Some parts of it's all right, and then the sequel was just complete dog shit. Don't watch the sequel. Like the sequel was just a movie that makes you want to neck yourself with a rope in the suicide forest, or just jump off the Westgate Bridge. Terrible movie. Overall, terrible movie. Look Who's Talking to. Oh, you know what's funny? You know the song Hound Dog by Elvis. You know what's funny with that song? In Look Who's Talking To. They actually play it during a scene where John Travolta and Christy Alley are fucking and having another kid. No, sorry, that's not Look Who's Talking To. That's Look Who's Talking Now. The G-rated movie. The last movie.
Oh my god, did they actually show that in a G film?
Yes, they show that in a G film. They show sperm talking to each other, like little semens talking to each other. Now, they put Look Who's Talking To. Yeah, they put a scene. I'm trying to think of it. I think they played.
I'm just gonna go and do something for a sec, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Because I've got to throw out because I just finished scraping all the crap off the label. Not to mention, there's this left sticky residue behind, so I have to. I get like some goo remover, and it takes all the sticky parts off.
All right. Could have Dragon Ball Z Evolution be good if it was directed by Stephen Chow? Dragon Ball Evolution, isn't that the movie that isn't that the I'm trying to think of it. Isn't that the live action movie? The one that's like really awful, the one that everyone takes the piss out of in like film community? Yeah. I'll be honest. I haven't seen Dragon Ball Evolution. Like I haven't seen it. I saw like maybe 2 minutes of it when it was on TV back in the day, but like, I didn't see it. I've never watched it, I'll be honest. But I have heard really bad things about it. That's how I know of it. But I only saw like 2 minutes of it, maybe back in like 2012 when it was like on, I think it was on Channel 9 or something like that. I don't know, but I saw it on TV when it was on back in the days. It was a pretty terrible movie from what I remember. And the commercials weren't better. Coming this week, Dragon Ball Z Evolution. It's better than the series or something like that on TV. They tried to say it was like better than the cartoon from the 80s. Like, oh, piss off, man. I watched that movie, Dragon Ball Z. It was terrible. I don't know, honestly. I'm going to check who it was directed by so I can be sure, so I can have my research. Who was Dragon Ball Z directed by? Evolution. I'm checking who it was directed by. So Dragon Ball Z Evolution. James Wong. James Wong, the guy who directed the movie Saw, if I'm correct. No, he didn't direct Saw, sorry. This is not James. This is not the one who directed Fast and Furious. No. This is the dude who directed the Final Destination movie, the Boys Next Door, terrible movie. He directed that was all right. Sorry, Final Destination. He directed The One. Oh, that's that fucking shit movie with like the one where he looks constipated and he doesn't want to be there. That movie. He directed a terrible remake of Wilma. He directed Black Christmas. Oh, do you remember that movie? Black Xmas? Yeah. Oh, he directed Dragon Ball Z Evolution. James Wong. So he's also directed Wise Guys, Rosemary's Baby. Oh, he writes for American Horror Story. My favorite shit. One of the best shows in
Let's go put get something else as well. Get some labels.
This dude went from Final Destination to Dragon Ball Z Evolution, and now he's gone to American Horror Story.
I should grab that in a minute just to show you guys.
Another movie I watched. Look who's about it earlier.
Great.
Look who's talking now. This is a G-rated movie, right? And they show dogs, like they show semen, the woman's like, and they play Hound Dog over it. It's so cringy.
Yeah.
Yeah, look who's talking now. And what they tried to do with this, they were like, well, the second movie was kind of a bomb, but we don't want to stop making these movies. Let's just make a G-rated family movie. People will love it. In reality, making it a G-rated movie was even worse. To a G-rated movie.
Yeah.
The problem that it takes all the humor the first two movies had and make a third movie that's even more of a miscarriage than the last one. And instead of adding two annoying babies being played by two grown adults, it's two dogs played by two adults. One of them being Danny DeVito.
As a dog.
Yes, as a dog. And this movie is probably the worst, like this is the most commercial sellout movie I've ever seen. This is just as bad as fucking Man of Steel. The shit they promote in this movie. There's a part in this movie where you can see a McDonald's in the back corner. And you can hear kids saying, "Can we go to McDonald's?" You can just hear it with the audio. You can just hear it. They promote those shitty CD players. You know the.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they have a let's who's talking for, and you hear Logan Paul going Maverick Merch Lincoln Bio in the background.
Well, Steve Chow did produce Dragon Ball Evolution. Oh, that's interesting. As I was saying, yeah. So you can hear the little kid.
There's Macca's.
Like McDonald's. It's like, oh. There's a promotion for the shitty CD box. Really cool CD boxes that they had in the 90s. Those shitty little CD players. Yeah. The worst part is they utilize the Chipmunks Christmas in the worst way possible. They literally have the family lip sync to it because the little kid hates Santa because he couldn't get a fucking dog for Christmas. He wanted a dog that takes a piss and shit on the floor for Christmas. He wanted a thing that he has to feed more than a fucking goldfish or more than his actual thing.
Yeah.
And legit, he sucks so bad. They try to cheer him up by playing Christmas tree, or not Christmas tree, the Christmas song by the Chipmunks to make him happy. And it's the most cringiest scene I've ever heard. It made me 16 to my head, but at the same time made me want to watch a Phantom Strider video at the loudest volume possible. Not even better. Dogs, ? Give me a break. I knew this one was a train wreck when I was 6 years old. Y'all don't, and then this is the worst one. Y'all
2000s kids.
Oh, look at me. I'm a 2000s kid.
Oh, I'm so edgy. I'm such a 90s kid. 90s kids are so edgy.
Well, not a lot.
We made jokes about
2020
suicide before you did.
Hey, Jared.
Yeah.
2020's coming up. And guess what's going to happen? The 90s kids. It's exactly what happened to the 80s kids.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So as I was saying, I want to talk about this movie. At the end of this movie, they have this little German kid who became a bit of a celebrity. He sings a really terrible song called "This Is Christmas," and it's the worst song I've ever heard from a 4-year-old kid. Worst song I've ever heard from a 4-year-old kid, Sam.
Well,
like
it's not the
4-year-old
kid's fault. It's the
It's
person
his
who
parents'
wrote it.
It's not just the person; it's his parents' fault. And the worst part is, at the end, they show this little piss weak music video where the parents are looking inside this toy dollhouse, and the kids are like lip syncing with this little German kid to this stupid song, and they have all different kids from all different countries trying to promote diversity. And it's the worst thing I've ever seen.
Hey, it's basically the Donut Repair Club, but even freaking worse. puts the
It's a
horror.
movie I watched. Speaking of fat, believe it or not, speaking of Fat Pizza, I watched Fat Pizza the movie.
Yeah.
That movie they did.
Yeah.
Oh man, it just reminds me how much culture has changed over the last 15 years. Just a really funny movie that's now forever affected by PC culture.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. Oh, it's a good movie, man. Like a lot of people shit on Fat Pizza, but it's like it's such a good movie, and the show is a good show too, man.
I'm giving you a DVD of pizza, by the way.
Yeah, I know. You told me that. That's nice as.
But let the audience know, I found a Hanamax tape in this lot of tapes I got out in Kapunda Way, which is a town.
Oh, this is the best comment. 90s kids suck. Oh, thank you.
No, I'd like to point out that 90s kids are going to get their comeuppance because 90s kids blissfully ignore the 1980s kids, and basically their nostalgia doesn't matter. But they're about to get some payback because
like Soy Boy retrospectives.
No, because they're going to be 30. They're going to be approaching 30, and it's also that 2020's coming up, and the nostalgia will just die down slower.
Yeah, as I was saying, Sam just perfectly described that actually, but he found a Hanamax tape for me, and it had an episode of Fat Pizza from 2003, if I'm correct.
Yeah.
And it was it's already on YouTube. The episode, you can find it. I'll put it in the description down below.
It's called Road Trip Pizza.
Yeah, Road Trip Pizza. I will put it in the description down below when we upload the video. And then another film I watched was Housos versus Authorities.
But what I did with my copy was I made a copy for Jared with the commercials.
Yeah, you can talk for a bit. Actually, that's all right. I'm just looking for something.
Yeah, so
video to put in the description. Look who's talking.
There was another Hanamax tape with pizza written on it, but this guy crossed it out in favor of recording Enemy of the State.
Yep. Yeah, this is the best quality I could find of this fucking stupid song from this stupid movie. The music video at the end of this movie. I'm gonna put it in the description.
Yeah, if you play it, it's gonna end up like the time you played remember that rap award thing?
Oh my god, I'll get a copyright strike.
Yeah, just like you did with that. Because it was owned by Viacom and he didn't know that.
Yeah. Links for things we talked about.
And
I'm just putting the link for the stupid fucking song from Look Who's Talking Now. Yes. Housos vs. Authorities, not the best out of Paul Fennick's movies, but it is a funny one if you want to have a little laugh. And then another movie I watched, believe it or not, was speaking of Elvis. I'm going on a bit of not too much, but I watched This Is Elvis. Not a bad movie. I'll skip through that. And then I watched Elvis and Nixon with everyone's favorite sexual predator.
Mm-hmm.
Kevin Spacey, the dude that raped a couple guys.
Couple of boys.
Yeah, so the movie Elvis and Nixon is basically about Elvis in 1970. He goes to the White House essentially, and he meets President Nixon. If you know the story.
Yeah.
Yeah, obviously people think it's a myth, of course. People think it's a myth. And then the other song I'm going to mention in the description.
You mind if I put this because I have to put some stuff in the bin.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put this in. Travolta Oh, cheers.
What we got? We're gonna put something in the bin. I'll be back.
Alley.
Okay. I actually forget the label.
Sam's going pussy bowling to
Labels. I don't even get through this one.
You're passing out one day, get ready. Nah, I'm not on that. Why am I singing down in the alley? God, I'm such a weird person. Yeah, the Chipmunks song. Oh yeah. All right. This is the link to the video. I'm putting these in the description so that I don't have to fucking do this later.
What we got on the label?
Yeah, so I watched Elvis and Nixon. Not a great movie, but it is a funny one if you just want to have a little bit of a laugh at the guy who's trying to impersonate Elvis. And then I watched the 2005 Elvis miniseries at the recommendation because I watched this podcast recently. It's an excellent podcast for any Elvis fan. I'm going to promote it. Please give me a shout out in the next episode. So this podcast is called the TCB Podcast, and what they do, essentially, it's sort of like our podcast, but they mainly talk about Elvis, like Elvis-related discussions. It's like an unofficial like podcast for Elvis fans and people who grew up with Elvis. It's an interesting podcast if you're a fan of Elvis and his great music. Check it out.
All right, let's have a look at this tape.
Yeah, I'm just quickly doing the description. It's Christmas Noah. Terrible song. It's Christmas. No, I'm not gonna
How's that?
All right.
I'm on the phone. Oh, shut the fuck.
Oh man, I'm looking at the comments. All right, we got a couple comments. All right, do you have any roadshow tape? But the movies from New Line Cinemas. Honestly, I've kind of shrunk my tape collection a bit because I'm trying to collect stuff that's not on DVD. I have maybe one or two, but they're mainly just like tapes from rental stores. Like for example, Deep Blue Sea sort of movie. You know, Deep Blue Sea and Packer, the John Waters movie. Those are the only ones I have because they're promotional tapes. I only really buy promotional tapes for the purpose of seeing some terrible trailers on them. But a lot of the times I see some fucking mint trailers.
Oh, you know that guy made the comment. He does. Oh, hang on a sec. I'll look at this. My Sony Pictures DVD collection.
Oh come on! Not on the stream. You can do it later.
No, look. It's hey Andrew. It's my Sony Pictures DVD collection. Hey guys, I'm an EBC.
Shut up, bro! No.
Why no?
Of these, I don't care if we make fun of that stuff off the stream. Do it on the stream. Like, I understand these people. Like, I'm not saying all of them, but most of the people in that community are cancerous. But we can't shit on just like one of them.
No, well, I went to go and have a look at his channel, and it's just the typical stuff of him. Here's my DVD walkthrough.
Hey guys, Brendan the movie guy here. Today we're gonna do the same repetitive content for second podcast.
But don't you feel like you were kind of neglected by a lot of these people? I mean, like, as
long as they're good questions, I don't really care about the people. As long as they don't nonsense like Samuel fucking Best. As long as they don't spam me with nonsense like, oh, Jared, can you do the opening to this? Or can you do this? Or can you please come on a Hangouts call?
So we can abuse you and not get Nicholas Sexton on the call for 2 hours? And waste our time.
Retrospectives. No, but I also watched the Elvis 2005 miniseries. All right. So I was talking about, which is a new segment. Hopefully, I will do the segment again. Use one. Oh, sorry. Another thing I forgot to mention. I've been watching a bit of The Late Show recently.
Yeah, definitely. That is a great program.
Of Sam. Oh, that show is the best, man. I love it, bro.
It was counterculture. It was the Chaser before the Chaser.
Yes, thing. It was the 90s counterculture, bro. And then I'm sorry, Mick. I have to call you out. You and Tony Martin, bro. You just kind of became sellouts after that show, man.
No, I think Tony Martin's okay. It's just not Mick. Mick's the black sheep of the group.
Oh, of course, because he's the one who sold out sort of the most out of all of them.
But Tony's fine. Tony actually made an episode of the 7 p.m. Project Horrible.
How?
By doing that how to run a video store thing. That was great. That was like the
No,
only
sorry.
time the one of
No,
only.
Tony Martin. No, what was I going to say? Tony Martin's right. I would on, but you know, I see why he has to do most of it. Of course, you know, to get some money and whatever he needs to.
Well, he
But
he
Mick
actually
Malloy,
makes
bro,
yeah.
Mick Malloy, bro, you're a sellout. And Jane Kennedy, I'm sorry, but why? Why did you go on?
But they were also, don't you forget, they went the counterculture on the Late Show. That when it came to making fun of TV, they also did the first making fun of current affairs television. And if you look at what came before Frontline, there was only like Media Watch, and that stuff was only like, you know, kind of, it wasn't even comedy. It was just, you know, factual stuff. But this was the first time someone actually decided to take the piss out of the current affairs TV scene.
Yeah. All right. Please watch my channel on the stream, dude. I want to say something. We can't because the quality. The problem is with the video. The video lags out a lot, so we can't do it because it would like your video would lag out. Yeah, it would like lag the stream and everything and make it sound worse than it already is. Nah, but the best bits of the Late Show is funny as man. Like they were ahead of their time in the 90s, bro, and then now most of them have just become, you know, bit of sellouts, you know. I'm talking to you, Mick Malloy.
You know, there's this thing called Shonky Golf, which is fantastic, that he did back in '99. Which was something he did around the same time as.
Yeah,
that was great. I recently my Reese's parcel, Flemish Dog's parcel, turned up in the mail today. Of the that I sent him this tape to reconvert because it didn't turn out well the first time around. But I sent him alongside. I sent him some DVDRs of. I sent Shonky Golf in there. Mick Malloy.
Yeah.
And I sent him also this like basics of golf thing that was like sold at Pete's Golf Factory, which was like excerpts from the KG Sports Show.
Yeah.
And has this commercial at the end, which I'm throwing up on my YouTube channel for Pete's Golf Factory.
Yeah, I just had to write something because people will think we're talking about the David Letterman show. So I had to write the Late Show Australian ABC show.
Yeah, it was on from 92 to 1993.
Yeah,
it
lasted 40 episodes, yeah, so that's decent for its time.
They cut it run short. The reason they cut the run short in terms of after its second series was to put that show together was really stressful. They had to write at the last minute right up until they went to air.
Yeah, I know.
So it was literally doing that every year just would be stressful. So that's how Frontline was born out of it. That the fact that it was pre-recorded, you could you know, you went more wet into the writing and you didn't have to. So so the thing about it is that yeah, they didn't. The Late Show was just that one brief moment in 92 and 93 where it was just pure magic. I mean, what came before it was the D-Generation. That was in the late 80s. And what happened was it was on in 86. It was made up of people who came from universities, from Melbourne University. So there were a bunch of that dropped out from doing law and all that sort of stuff. And they did the first series, was really successful. Mick, the Late Show members, the members that were in the Late Show were people like in the D-Generation were Rob Sitch and Santo was in there. You also had people from Fast Forward such as Magda Shabatsky, Jane Turner, Mark Down was in there.
Hey Sam, I'll be back in a sec. You can talk more.
Michael Vetch was also in that show. Now you may be asking, where's Tony in all this? Tony was he was actually he tried to get in the first series, but because he had moved from New Zealand to Australia. But what happened was he came too late because they already finished filming everything. So he went off briefly to do Rubbery Figures, and also he worked on saw the last few productions of While You're Down There, which was with Glenn Robbins and Gina Riley and Richard Stubbs. At the end of that program, he met Tom Gleisner, who would later work on The Late Show with. And he was invited. He was just about to go back to New Zealand when he got a call from the DGen guys saying, "Look, we want you to write for the second series." And he made small appearances in that. When ABC canned the show after its second series, they decided to go off. Channel 7 gave them the opportunity of shooting some specials for their stations. So there was the Homestead Country special. There was Salute to Roy Schmeck. There was, and by that, there was Degenocide, Degeneration Goes Commercial. But in that one, they literally just paid out the fact that they were on Channel 7 in most of that. With the show itself, with those specials, more and more cast comedians came to the foreground. So Tony got more better roles by that point. Mick Molloy started to appear in these skits. So the cast was growing at that time. But then by the end of Homestead Special in early 1989, Channel 7 pretty much stabbed the entire D-generation in the back. What happened was...
Hey, Sam, I just got to say something. I got to end the stream in like 15 minutes. I'm going out in 15 minutes.
Okay, I understand. I'm going to be having lunch soon anyway. But what happened was the D-Gen got... What happened was Marg Down and Magda Shabatsky and Jane Turner were all poached up, and Michael Vetch were all poached up by Steve Izard's new production company to do Fast Forward to rival the comedy company's success on Channel 10. But the problem with that was that it left people like Rob and Tony, the newly established Tony and Mick, and all these other comedians high and dry. They now didn't have a job. Yeah. So they basically had to. I think what happened was they were very much their careers were. Well, what happened was they went and did radio for a bit. They did a breakfast show on Triple M. Mick, I think, and Tony did a show for, I think, Triple J. Around that same time I also did some music videos called 5 in a Row and 5 More in a Row. What happened was that when that materialized, they pitched a pilot called The Late 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 Show to Channel 9 and filmed it and pitched it to Channel 9. They didn't buy it. So they basically had this pilot. But while they were shooting there, they shot one of the first Shit Scared episodes by breaking into the Australia's Funniest Home Video Show camera cabinet and stealing the JVC camcorder and shot their first Shit Scared with that, and then put it back safely in the cabinet after they used it. The first prize of Australia's Funniest Home Video Show. And so that was shot on the Channel 9 parking lot when they didn't even have a show. They pitched another version of The Late Show to the ABC. They bought it, and that was the beginning of the show. Yeah. There was also another D-generation related thing. I want to bring this up. They hosted an episode in '91 of Burke's Backyard.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah.
Anyway, I better go because they're probably going to be having lunch in a minute.
All right. So this is it for our episode, guys. If you got any more questions, we can quickly answer them. If you want to quickly answer a question, go ahead now, or we'll probably be ending in a minute.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out the year of this.
Yeah, so if you want to answer a question, be quick, because we are ending in about... All right, I'm going to start counting down from 30 seconds. Is that all right?
Yeah.
30, 29, 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And this is pretty much it, guys. We're gonna go. So thank you so much for watching this episode of The Two Aussies. Very short, I know, but we apologize. We have to go do stuff. We'll be back again in the next 2-3 weeks with a new episode. So this is pretty much it for now, and we'll see you whenever we can. See ya. See ya, guys.
See ya.